Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 23, and here's what's coming up in today's episode.
They're not always household names, the fullbacks, but I think this player obviously has got the potential to be one.
And so with that in mind, I think with the £64 million in the budget right now, it's time for you guys to make a new signing for this Fulham team. We might be the favourites for this game, but this could be one of those really tricky tests. You play at home against a side out of form, you expect to win, but it just doesn't happen. It's got that feel to it, this game. So much to do in today's episode, loads to get through. I'm going to start off by changing Fossey Mensah's squad number. Of course, in the last episode we signed Fossey Mensah on a permanent deal for Manchester United after a highly successful loan spell last season. And in the last episode I asked you guys, my marketing managers, what number should Fossey Mensah wear? And you guys chose number 2. Now he wears 21 in real life. I thought you'd keep that number on him, but you said no. 2 is traditionally the right back's number, your starting right back's number. So Smalling, who was going to wear it initially, is now going to get changed. We'll put Fossey Mensah as 2, so thanks to you guys for voting for that. But what number should Smalling wear? Squad numbers to me are surprisingly important. You know, to some people they're pretty trivial, but to me, I want my players to have numbers that suit them, you know. So Smalling, you could give him 6 that Sander Berge wears, but I'd rather take it off a starting player. Tarkowski was wear number 5. Cisse you guys chose last year to wear the number 4. So I think 12 could be Smalling's number. Wears it at Manchester United, so why not wear it at Fulham? Smalling to 12 and Fossey Mensah to 2. Yeah, I like that. Just before we move into the first game of today's episode, away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, David here for Adebayo, which once again we're going to accept. He's rejected 2 moves already, so hopefully third time lucky and Adebayo will leave, but I think this might be one of those players who just does not leave the club unless it's a bid from the same club as his nationality, if that makes sense, but of course we'll accept it and see what happens. There's also a brief look at our finances to start today's episode off as well. Right now, after the signings of Rico and Fossey Mensah, we still have £64.5 million in our transfer budget right now, and 272 grand in the wage budget as well. So there's still lots of money to work with this Fulham team. And I do want to make one signing today as well. There are a few players on our shortlist. We'll take a look at those after the Palace game, but so much money here right now, I just don't deal with it. So jumping into the first game of today's episode, our first away game of the season, as they take on Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in a London derby. Roy Hodgson's side lining up in a 4-4-2, pretty decent team, and an interesting attack as well as Fulkrug is going to partner up top alongside Tammy Abraham. Interesting duo. And with both of those strikers possessing a physical presence, it could be a tough test for our backline today, including making his second debut for Fulham, Timothy Fossey Mensah. Back in the Fulham team, starting right back for us. Hopefully, a good, impressive second debut as we live in a 4-3-3, and Fossey Mensah coming in is the only change in my draw against Liverpool.
They're not always household names, the fullbacks, but I think this player obviously has got the potential to be one.
Yeah, we always talk about the attacking qualities of fullbacks these days, but what I like about this lad, he's an out-and-out defender, hard to get past.
Decided to keep Mitrovic in the starting 11 for this game and not go to Balotelli just because he scored the 15 goals last season. He's our top scorer by quite some distance. I trust him, and it's only been one game. If he fires a blank in this one, I will start Balotelli as Sergio Rico makes a fabulous save there, flying to his right hand side, but we do need to score more goals this season. Last year, league's lowest scorers by quite some distance. We need to put the ball in the back of the net on a more consistent basis. Half an hour in, still tied at 0-0. Nothing really to report in the game thus far. Both teams a little bit passive in their play, as we're still dealt to 0-0. Wouldn't be against another clean sheet. Back-to-back start the season off, but I want a goal in this game. It might fall here. Kenny finds Mitrovic, and out wide is Neres, and he'll slide it through to him. At the back post is Sancho. Neres takes on himself, space to shoot, and off the post, he's gone in. Oh my goodness, there is no way David is claiming that, but it's a goal for Fulham, our first this season, and Gaeta, you got a feel for him, off the post, off the back, into the back of the net. Neres has claimed it. Neres has claimed it. How has Neres claimed that? That is a clear own goal. His shot, as he scoot turned around the defender Schmelzer, trickled off the post. And that is clearly an own goal. It's the elbow of Gaeta, trickles into the bottom corner. How on earth is that not an own goal? I can only imagine that goal's getting taken away from him by the dubious goals panel in midweek. But those that have got David Neres in their fantasy team, they'll be very pleased that he's been given that goal. That was a clear own goal though, man, seriously. Such a lucky goal. That's one of the luckiest goals I've scored in FIFA in a very long time. But we do lead, and we'll take it. And we were putting a good spell of pressure on Crystal Palace prior to that moment. And here we come again. We've really kicked it up in the latter stage of this half. Sancho's done really well there, and Mitrovic just couldn't control it as James Tompkins clear. Good spell of pressure this from Fulham. Got to keep the foot on the gas pedal and look for a second before the break. And now Neres on the ball. We're really going at Palace right now. Offloads to Kearney, and he's got space to let fly from range and puts it just over the bar. Good end to the first half this. Neres sent down the right hand side for our first chance of the half. Gets away from Schmelzer and releases Mitrovic, who holds it up well and then plays it back to Neres down the right hand side. Great chance here. Man in the middle. Can I pick him out? I can indeed. And there's the second goal. And there's no taking that one away from one of our players. Jean-Michael Seri gets his first this season and makes it 2-0. Neres today, though, has been sensational. Brilliant assist. David last season blew hot and cold. Occasionally he was really good. Showed flashes of brilliance. Occasionally, though, he was a letdown. But today, he's been great. Claimed our first goal. God knows how. But that's a brilliant ball to the centre after he continued his run as Mitrovic played him through. Seri with a finish, 2-0 Fulham. Great display this. Schmelzer is no spring chicken, and David Neres knows that. Most of our attacks coming down our right hand side, exploiting the Germans' lack of pace, and we have been so good when getting that ball to him, because once he gets away, he's very hard to stop. And here we go again. Kearney sends him over the top, and Schmelzer has been beaten all ends up today by Neres, and it should happen again. And it's still going to happen because there's no way Schmelzer can cope with him. He can't cope with David Neres. Cross the centre. Header comes in. Great save by Gaita. Turn behind for a corner. It's been a really tough afternoon for the left back here. Waiting for the final whistle to come any second now. And there it is right on cue. Final score. Crystal Palace 0, Fulham 2. Our first win of the season and our first away game of the season. What a great performance from that man David Neres though. Brilliant from our number 7 today. Despite losing the possession battle, we were the better team in this game, and in my opinion thoroughly deserved a win. And last season I talked about David Neres. He was our young player of the season. At times he just went missing, but he showed last year there were flashes of quality where he can be a world-class player in the future if he becomes more consistent. A goal and an assist as David Neres man the match in our first win of the season. Great display. I think for me as well that the winger and the wide midfield areas in this Fulham team are so crucial because we like to play down the flanks, cut in from the side and try and get our goals that way like we did in that game there against Crystal Palace. And if you take David Neres and Jadon Sancho out of our starting 11, this is where things become a little bit tricky, a little bit tough for Fulham because who comes in for those two talented wingers? You got Calvert-Lewin who can play on the left hand side. Last season did that, playing left wings and inside forward a couple of occasions, but as we know is much better when direct and playing as his natural striker role. You got Andre Schürrle in the reserves right now, but last season Schürrle was not that good in the games he got. He had one decent performance against Leicester. Other than that, really showed he was lacking the quality we need in this Fulham team to take to the next level. I don't think we have a good enough backup winger for Sancho and Neres. If one of those two get injured or suspended, we could be in trouble. So I think we need a new one. And so with that in mind, I think with the £64 million in the budget right now, it's time for you guys to make a new signing for this Fulham team. There are 5 players on the shortlist right now, all in those wide midfield and winger areas, and I want you guys to make the call on what player gets signed. I've got a lot of variety here in terms of overall and also age as well. So let's take a look at the candidates and you guys can choose who we sign with this Fulham team. So the first of the 5 guys you guys can choose is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. We've had this guy before on my channel in the Torino career mode and I absolutely love this guy's stats. 4-star, can play through the middle as well as out on the wing. He's got the flair traits. Physically, he's not the best, but technically, look at these stats. 89 ball control, 92 long shots, 87 shot power, 93 kick accuracy, 92 curve. This guy is like a human highlight reel, man. He's got the flair trait, he's got the long shot taker trait as well. Çalhanoğlu would be a great option for this Fulham team to get bums off seats. Juan Cuadrado is the next guy you guys can vote for as well. 31 years old, so the joint oldest player we get for this Fulham team if we want to get a more experienced player in for the young team we've got right now. Cuadrado's got the 5-star skill moves, which you know I absolutely love. So as a replacement for Neres or Sancho, he's not lacking the skill move department. He'll also have 5-star skills. High medium work rates. Physically, despite being in his 30s, he's still rapid. 88 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 91 agility as well, and technically too, still got some great stats. 90 dribbling, 85 ball control, and 84 shot power could be really handy when cutting in from the left-hand side to shoot on his preferred right foot. Had to choose this guy as part of the poll as well. Juan Mata. I am a massive fan of Mata's game. He is such an intelligent player. A football purist will really appreciate Juan Mata. He he reads the game so well. His off-the-ball movement is a joy to watch at times. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, and Mata can play through the middle as well. So what he lacks in pace, he's got in technical ability and versatility as well. Once again, a massive fan of Mata's game. And I think, like when Berbatov went from Old Trafford to Fulham many years ago now, we could just say with Mata, coming towards the end of his career, convince him to swap Old Trafford to Craven Cottage and see how he gets on. So Mata, the third guy you guys can vote for. I really wanted versatility in this poll, hence why Danny Welbeck is the fourth guy you guys can vote for. 28 years old now, he may not be as quick as he was back in his early years at Manchester United, but playing for Arsenal, 3-star, and high work rates. This is why I really like Danny Welbeck. I've been a big fan of his for ages because he just works so hard, and I feel sorry for the guy as well. His career has been plagued by injuries, but he's a talented player when he's fit, and again, he really puts the effort in as well. So Welbeck is the fourth guy you guys can vote for in the poll. And the fifth guy you guys can vote for is a real fan's favourite, it seems. I have seen so many comments from you guys saying, sign Callum Hudson-Odoi, you gotta get Hudson-Odoi to Craven Cottage, the teenage talent is a wonder kid and has so much potential, so I thought it's only fair I give you guys the chance to bring him in if you really want me to. He's got 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high medium work rate, he can play on either side of the wings as well as through the middle in the cam role too. He's only 72 rated, but physically he's really good. 87 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, and 86 agility, and 71 strength isn't bad either. Technically, not great stats to begin with, but again, he's only 18 years old. He would require more work than any of the other four on the poll, there's no doubt about it, but you guys kept on commenting the name, so I had to put him on the poll. So 5 choices for you guys. I tried to make it a really versatile one with loads of different options in terms of age, overall, and the player nationalities as well. 5 great choices though: Çalhanoğlu, Cuadrado, Mata, Welbeck, or Hudson-Odoi. The choice is yours, my transfer committee. The poll is in the top right. You guys can cast your vote and make our next signing for this Fulham team. Oh, that was an ordeal, but in fact, before we do move on to the Newcastle game, we do see as Adebayo's transfer talks have broken down once again, shock horror, that there is interest in Danny Welbeck. Torino want to take him on loan, one of my former career mode teams, so actually, I'm going to hope that deal doesn't go through as we accept this bid here from Innsbruck for Cameron Thompson, but if it does, Danny Welbeck's name is going to get taken out of the poll. So moving into the second and final game of today's episode as we welcome Newcastle United here to Craven Cottage for our second home game of the season. Same team as the one that beat Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, but one change as Mario Balotelli will get his first start in a competitive game in a Fulham shirt with Mitrovic dropping to the bench. But as for the Newcastle United team sat in 18th place, they've got a really good team lining up in a 4-4-1-1 with good defence, a good midfield, and Ioza Perez supporting Lasagna as their striker in a 4-4-1-1. Could be a tough test, this one. We might be the favourites for this game, but this could be one of those really tricky tests. You play at home against a side out of form, you expect to win, but it just doesn't happen. It's got that feel to it, this game. So early corner for Fulham, 8 minutes into the game. Kearney is going to take it, and Tom looks for Mario Balotelli. Heads it over the bar. Last season, Tom to Mitrovic from corners was the deadly duo. It could be this season, Kearney and Balotelli. So close to his first goal. Sancho into Balotelli, and over the top is David Neres. Manquillo to beat. And Neres, oh, wonderful from Neres, oh, just wide of the post. Great start to the game, but this is the David Neres on occasion we saw last season. The flashes of genius, brilliant improvisation, wonderful scissor kick, just wide that far post. Sanya sent down left-hand side, shut down by Tarkowski. This guy is a man mounting. I'm telling you, if you need a centre-back in career mode, James Tarkowski's your guy. He's been absolutely brilliant since coming in. And as Burge finds Kearney, we could build a chance here from the back. Timothy steps around John Joe Shelvey, and Balotelli's onside there. Balotelli's onside. They played the offside trap, it didn't work. Balotelli denied by Dubravka, and Seri!
Well, they managed to dig themselves out of a pretty deep hole.
Seri should have made it 1-0. How have I missed the open goal? Actually, it was the post that Seri hit, not the crossbar. But either way, off the woodwork, and it doesn't matter. It should have hit the back of the net. As Newcastle come forward, Ioza Perez is through! And Rico denies him. Excellent save by Sergio. Sancho to Sessegnon. And Ryan bats Jadon Sancho. Our left-sided duo linking up here as Jadon cuts inside. Ryan, keep running down that left-hand side. That's what I want to see all season long. Sessegnon attacking down the left-hand side. Great cross to the far post. Headed away. Burge controls. Shot scuffed. And Javier Manquillo clears. We've gone 4-2-4 now. 16 minutes to go. Really going for that winner. Kearney through to Alexander. Out wide is Neres. But Mitrovic takes it in his stride himself. Rolls it through. Mario Balotelli. Oh yes, drills it home in the second time, asking first shot block, but the second one finds the back of the net, and Balotelli with his first goal back in English football should have won us the game. Come on! Mitrovic rolls him through, first shot block, but the second one, as he doesn't take a touch, rifled into the top corner, and no chance for Dubravka. It's set up for him so nicely, eyes on the prize, wonderful finish, 1-0 Fulham, and Balotelli, welcome back to English football. Come on! And that should be that as we wait for the final whistle, and there it is. Back-to-back victories, 3 clean sheets on the trot, and 7 points from 9. First start, first goal, Mario Balotelli in the team, winning points already. We created multiple chances in this game and should have scored more than 1. Only 2 on target from 8 shots taken in total. Not great, but thankfully the 1 goal was in the end the game winner. Mario Balotelli back in English football, my man the match for giving us the 3 points. But shout out James Tarkowski, because once again, this guy is just an absolute rock. I'm telling you, if you need a centre-back for your career mode save, sign Tarkowski. He never puts a foot wrong. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and your channel as well. And don't forget to vote in the YouTube poll in the top right of the video right now, where you guys can decide our next signing with Fulham: Shalanolu, Quadrado, Mata, Welbeck, or Hudson-Odoi. The choice is yours. Vote in the top right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome evening. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Bye.